Apple just credited Australia's social media ban for a new suite of child safety features announced at WWDC this week. So Tim Cook actually personally rang Anthony Albanese to tell him. Apple announced a simplified child account setup and asked to browse function that requires parental permission before a kid can open a website in Safari. Time caps on app categories like games and social media. An expanded communication safety tool that now blocks violent and gory images, not just nudity. And these features are all shipping with iOS, iPad, and Mac OS 27. So Australia's social media ban took effect last December. eSafety reported a 37% drop in under 16 account holders by March. The ban is, however, often contested. The eSafety Commissioner herself called it a very blunt force approach, and as yet, no platform has been fined. Close to 70% of surveyed parents say that their children still hold an account on a major platform. So the domestic results are often seemingly mixed in the short term. And yet the world's most valuable technology company is pointing to this policy as a reason it moved. But there is something worth understanding about how we are measuring this policy. Measuring a cohort that was already inside the system when the law passed is foolish. Teenagers who had Instagram at 13 and are now 15, the habits already formed. The infrastructure was already built around them. The children that this ban is actually for are 7-year-olds right now. They are 3 years from that digital threshold. What we are building is the access environment that they will encounter when they get there, the defaults, the design expectations, the legal obligations on platforms, before the habits and the infrastructure are set around them. Australia actually didn't need to fine anyone to change what Apple shipped. The mechanism wasn't enforcement. It is anticipation and expectation. When a government with a sophisticated consumer market legislates a principle clearly enough, companies start designing to ensure that it's considered preemptively, because the alternative is retrofitting under pressure in public in front of regulators who have already drawn a line. Australia made child safety a compliance flaw. Apple turned it into a marketable product feature, and that is how market incentives get rewired. The eSafety Commission's reservations about enforceability are legitimate and worth taking seriously, but enforceability and generative effect are different measures, and collapsing them is how we end up dismissing policies that are actually working at a different level than what we're actually looking. Device-level parental control shipping to every Apple device on Earth, partially credited to an Australian law that is working through norm setting, through making the cost of ignoring child safety higher than the cost of building it. Australia didn't wait for the market to prioritise safety. It made safety the market. And Apple has now taken the lead.